Hi, welcome aboard Oceania Cruises, your world, your way. My name is Maggie de la Cruz, and I am the Business Development Manager for the Southeast and Northeast regions of the United States. Now, before we get started, I want to begin by acknowledging how extremely challenging this past year has been for everyone. I'm so happy for us all to be here today, sharing our eagerness to move on with our lives and continue to plan, dream, and discover. I especially want to thank you, our partners in travel, for never giving up. Now more than ever, we appreciate your partnership. Did you all know that in 2019, over 30 million passengers sailed somewhere on a cruise ship? So, cruising has been going strong for over 50 years. It's not about to go away now. I have never questioned people's desire to continue to travel and explore the world or to pursue their dreams or simply mark off another item on their bucket list. Now, I have this short little video I want to share with you, which I just absolutely love.
Art student in school, and I lived in Italy. When I travel, it makes me feel young again and adventurous.
When I was in kindergarten, I told my folks I was going to be an explorer. And I remember reading atlases and other books and I say, I want to see those places.
I was 2 years and a half the first time I ran away from home, and they found me in the next city. You just become a different person.
Everyone is the same all over the world, and just because you live in different places doesn't make you any different.
The year that my husband passed away, he went to the cardiologist, and the cardiologist said, "Not this year, George, maybe next." Well, next year never came. I just said, that's it. So therefore I travel.
All of my travel stories began with Oceania Cruises.
You just have another way of looking at the world. I just love it.
And I just love it too. I get goosebumps every time I see it. It never grows old. Now, before we move further, I also want to address the elephant in the room, which is when. We are constantly being asked, when will we be sailing again? When will the ships, be back on the water? So here's the thing. This isn't a race to be first. Our primary focus is to get it right. So this is something we've been preparing for about a year exactly. So in the early summer, we developed our Healthy Sail panel. And this panel of experts has been working closely with the CDC and countries around the world to ensure that cruising remains the safest form of travel. Now, we've made a lot of enhancements. One of them is we've invested in a new medical grade air filtration system, which is capable of removing 99.9% of airborne pathogens, including COVID-19 particles. So this is just one of the enhancements um, that we've placed. And once COVID is in the history books, we're not going to return it, right? So we've learned so much this past year, and a lot of these changes or enhancements, as I like to call them, are going to be here to stay, and that's just for the benefit of all of us. Some of those are, so we're planning on having our dedicated health officers on board just to make sure that we're following all the protocols that were recommended by the panel of experts. It's about 74 protocols that we are working on. Some of those will require pre-embarkation health screenings. We will have socially responsible check-in, no touch food and beverage services ship-wide. Now, this is one of those items that's a little bit easier for us to enforce, only because we don't really have our guests manipulating the food. Our staff has always served our guests, even in our most informal dining venues, or, we don't have the self-serve buffets. Our staff will still always serve you. So that's nice to know. And then also we have a Partners in Prevention program that we're working with our shoreside team partners, just to make sure that they too are following the guidelines as we are. So our expectations of them are as, the same that we have for our staff on board, because we want to keep it uniform. Again, your safety is our main concern. And then also for our staff and crew, we will, because it all begins in-house, right? So we will have, the capability to do testing on board to make sure that everyone is still healthy. We're even going to have enhanced onboard medical teams and services. So if, God forbid, someone should need an isolation area, well, we've actually assigned some, special accommodations so that they could be there comfortably. And if for some reason you're starting to feel a little funny but don't feel comfortable just leaving your stateroom or don't want to go down to the medical facility, you can just go on your we're going to have telemed, so you can just go on your TV and contact a medical provider on board, and they can assess you via telemed, so that way you don't even have to leave the comfort of your own stateroom. They'll be able to assist and maybe diagnose you just over the TV screen. So those are a couple of things that we are working on so that we can have in preparation for your return. Now, it's also important to note that cruise lines are held to a much higher standard of accountability and transparency. No other form of travel works with the CDC in the way that cruise lines do, and ultimately that just means a safer and better experience for you. But now that we've addressed the elephant and removed it, I want to introduce you to Oceania's Pillars of Excellence. So we have our small ship luxury, our exquisitely crafted cuisine, and then of course our curated travel experiences. Now, Oceania Cruises is one of the top choices in upper premium class sailing. Small ship luxury is not something we're claiming just because of our current environment. Small ship luxury actually has been one of our driving forces since the beginning. Now, when you sail with Oceania Cruises, you will sail with at least half as many people, if not more, than when you sail on Celebrity, Princess, or even Holland America. This allows us to provide our guests with personalized service and visit those boutique ports of call that only small ships can. Now, recently we have had an increase in new to brand guests, and they're all looking to sail with less people. Small to mid-sized luxurious ships loaded with large ship amenities at no additional cost and serving the finest cuisine at sea. That's the O-Life. So let me tell you a little bit more about our ships. Oceania Cruises currently has a fleet of 6 small to mid-sized ships. Notice how I say currently. Well, that's because soon we will have 3 classes of ships. So the first one I'm going to go over is our R class. And our R class ships are the Regatta, the Nautica, Insignia, and Sirena. The Regatta class carries 684 guests. All but the Nautica have been fabulously re-inspired within the last year. Now, Nautica was scheduled for dry dock last June, but unfortunately that was postponed. Now, I'm pretty sure it will be refurbished before she sets sail. At least that is our goal. Now, the R-class vessels have a very loyal following and are among favorites for our past guests. As a matter of fact, our Around the World cruise is on board the Insignia, and that's because she can get into all those ports, those little boutique ports that none of the larger ships can. And then we have our O class, which is our Oceania class. And the other 2 ships are Marina and Riviera. And they too are on the smaller side compared to the industry average, carrying 1,250 guests. These 2 ships offer some of Oceania's most popular features, which include our hands-on cooking classes in the Culinary Center, which I'll share more on in a few minutes. Now, our new Allura class will resemble the O class in its size. I don't have a whole lot of details. I wish I had more details, but upper management has been very tight-lipped. The only thing I do know is that opening of books will be this September for 2023 sailings. So if you're interested, let your travel advisor know to keep you informed on any of our updates and launch details. Also, you can go onto our website, and I'm sure we'll be sharing the news there. Here's a little insider sneak peek to Vista.
We've been on an amazing voyage of discovery. Together, we've celebrated unexpected experiences, and created a lifetime of memories. We've been inspired and awestruck. We've shared adventures and perspectives. Now, our next incredible journey is on the horizon. Introducing Vista, the newest addition to the Oceania Cruises fleet, our view to the future. What began as a vision of what might be is now a dream fulfilled. Nature's elements are transformed. An invention becomes reality. A marvel in the making, Vista is the expression of what's beyond the next horizon. What's new, unexpected, and captivating. Even her name was selected to honor our officers, staff, and crew, a team of forward-thinking visionaries whose dedication have brought her to life. Vista is our sparkling view to the future. Join us as we embark upon the exciting journey ahead.
Oh, Vista. I love it. I love the name. This is so exciting. It's like a breath of fresh air right now. With so much that's going on, to be able to have something to look forward to like this is just phenomenal. So as you can see, we have the perfectly sized ships with a remarkable guest to staff ratio. But Oceania Cruises has so much more to offer. When you sail with us, we want you to feel as if you're at home. We have thought of every detail to secure that feeling. Now, our recently re-inspired ships are better than new, from top to bottom and carpet to chandelier. Designer residential furnishings, fine fabrics, and chic lighting combined with a palette of sea, sky, and earth tones to create a soothing environment that invites relaxation. Our stateroom and suites range from 150 to 2,000 square feet. Now, regardless of the category, all of our guests are treated to a blissful night's sleep on our very popular Oceania exclusive Tranquility bed with 1,000 thread count linens and Bulgari sundries. Now, our plush robes and slippers also deserve an honorable mention. They are so yummy. I mean, you just have to try it out for yourself, and you're going to remember me when you do. So as you can see on the sample here, the penthouse is very spacious. You can even opt to dine in and have your very own butler serve you course by course if you don't feel like going out to any of the dining venues. Our penthouse in one of our O-class ships is 420 square feet, and in our R-class ships are 322 square feet. And you can also see here a sample of a concierge level veranda on an R-class ship, which is 216 square feet. On the O-class, it's a little bit larger at 282 square feet. Here you also see a sample of a veranda stateroom bathroom. Very lovely. And then of course, the penthouse has an amazing walk-in closet, one that I wish I had at my own house here. So then we have our curated art collection. Many of our art pieces on board were personally curated by Oceania's founders, Frank Del Rio and Bob Binder. Now this here is Humberto Benitez and his painting, The Cuban Jazz Band. Benitez was born in Havana, Cuba in 1960, and he immigrated to the United States when he was only 9 years old. His paintings capture the spirit of his homeland and the rhythm of the music of the Cuban people themselves. Now, his inspiration and technique began when he was only at an early age, and what he did was he began to blend charcoal and red clay soil to paint. Now, in addition to this piece, he has several others across our fleet. Now, I share his story just so that you can see that our art on board is just, it's not just splashes of paint. They each have their own story. And with over 2,000 pieces of museum quality art, our guests can enjoy a self-guided audio tour. And then we have our Aquamar Spa and Vitality Center, which is available on all our ships. It is so much more than your traditional spa. The Aquamar experience incorporates fitness, restorative treatments, massage, wellness tours, and an extensive gourmet menu with over 250 plant-based items to choose from. Who knew you can have so many recipes from plants, right? So from sunrise yoga on the deck to boot camp and core conditioning, surely you'll be able to find a class that suits you best. Now, our state-of-the-art fitness center and classes are all complimentary. So take advantage of your time on board to focus on your wellness, unwind, relax, and simply reconnect with your inner balance. And here I have some secret tips for you. So if you book in one of our super suites, you can ask for a one-time personal fitness session. And also, if you're in a concierge or above category, you will have free access to the private spa terrace. So be sure to ask your travel advisor on these tips and see how you can benefit from them as well. And then in our surveys of past guests, we have found that our itineraries, culinary reputation, and ship size are the top 3 reasons why they chose Oceania Cruises the first time. However, the number 1 reason for returning, coming in at 60%, is our service. And honestly, I could not agree more. Our people are what makes the difference. And then our second pillar of Oceania Cruises is commitment to serve the finest cuisine at sea. Now, we actually rival the finest Michelin-starred restaurants ashore and offer many dining options for our guests at no additional cost. 25% of the staff on board are dedicated to the culinary experience. Our world-class chefs are our team captains, and led by our executive culinary director, Master Chef Jacques Pepin, we fulfill our commitment to offer you an unforgettable culinary experience. By now, you may have heard we are known for being the finest cuisine at sea. Now, this isn't a self-proclaimed title, by the way. We've won awards year after year, and we do rival the finest Michelin-starred restaurants ashore and offer many dining options for all of our guests at no additional cost. And speaking of Jacques himself, he has said, "A lousy tomato is a lousy tomato, no matter what you do with it." So basically, it doesn't matter how wonderful a chef is if the ingredients are subpar. Now, keeping that in mind, I can honestly tell you, we are obsessed about the ingredients we serve. So for example, our fruits, vegetable, and dairy are all sourced locally throughout each cruise. Our seafood is never frozen. It is locally caught or air freight on ice. Our lobster is sourced from Maine, where we buy the entire catch from one family of fishermen who have been trapping lobsters for generations. This, of course, is convenient since you may have lobster at any meal, at every meal, at no additional cost. But we are proud to say that we spend more money on raw food ingredients than any other cruise line. And so who's not obsessed with bread, right? All of our breads and rolls are baked fresh every day. Over 24 different varieties. Every meal service in every restaurant has its own unique selection of bread, rolls, and breadsticks. Now, Oceania has the only authentic French oven at sea, which are these special ovens that measure the humidity in the air, which allows us to adjust the recipe as needed so that the flour can rise accordingly. Also, the flour is sourced from France. So when I say we're obsessed, we're obsessed. Even our beef, it's dry aged a minimum of 28 days. All of the meat is chosen and dry aged in-house by Oceania to ensure quality. You see what I mean? Now, master chefs, the freshest ingredients, yes, now these are all fundamental to delivering the finest cuisine at sea. But variety, diversity, and ambiance are no less important. On Oceania Cruises, we have multiple open seating restaurants that gives you the freedom to dine when and with whom you want, all at no additional charge. I'm going to go over these now. We have the Grand Dining Room, which serves continental dishes. And our menus are changed daily, by the way. The Polo Grill serves our classic steakhouse. And then we have Toscano, which is traditional Tuscan cuisine and classic dishes from northern Italy, beautifully presented on elegant Versace china. And Tuscan Steak, which is our signature specialty dining venue on board Sirena. It's a combination of the Italian flair of Toscana with the classic appeal of Polo Grill. And of course, Red Ginger, recognized as one of the best restaurants at sea by USA Today. Our award-winning red ginger serves Asian classics. And of course, Jacques, which is modeled after Parisian bistro, exquisitely decorated with antiques and art from Jacques' very own personal collection. Isn't that neat? And then the Terrace Cafe, which is informal and carefree, along with our Waves Grill, which is an all-American favorite, casual outdoor venue just steps away from the pool. And then we have Horizons, where high tea is celebrated daily at 4 p.m. as a string quartet plays softly in the background. Our white glove staff presents a 4-tiered cart with finger sandwiches and petit fours, scones, and a selection of artisanal teas. Now, these are just a few of our many wonderful options, allowing you to choose your very own dining experience. Because why? Your world, your way. So what is great food without great wine? Well, each of our ships have 12 to 20 sommeliers to go over the extensive wine list we have in each restaurant. Our sommeliers will even source local wines fitting to the itinerary and region. Now, on average, we have over 10,000 bottles on board, and our wine cellar list and inventory is revised several times a year to ensure availability and quality. We also have La Reserve, which can be found on Marina and Riviera, and this is the ultimate expression of our love of food and wine. We offer 3 different wine pairing dinners in a setting that can accommodate just up to 24 guests. Now, additionally, our chefs and sommeliers developed a Dom Perignon dinner in La Reserve. 6 courses, each is paired with a unique expression of Dom Perignon to create unique and powerful flavorful combinations. Unlike our other dining venues, La Reserve does have an additional cost, but it's such a unique experience that you'll never forget. Definitely worth a try. Now, as you can see, cuisine is truly a passion of our brand. So much so that on 2 of our ships, Marina and Riviera, we have a hands-on cooking school, so guests can share in our passion. Now, classes are designed to reflect what we offer on board and where you're sailing. Not to brag, but Oceania pioneered this experience. We sure did. And so it's our third pillar that I really feel truly sets us apart from so many of our worthy competitors. And that's the care that we've taken in crafting curated travel experiences. And we truly sail the world, calling on more than 400 ports of call in over 100 countries. We have the perfect size fleet of perfectly sized ships. Now, I recognize we're not the only cruise line to go to many of these destinations, but here's why I think we do it better. So we've designed each itinerary thoughtfully with more time in port and many overnight stays and late evening departures. We've listened to what our past guests want and designed many excursions that take them beyond sightseeing and immerse them in the culture of a place. Here's an example, which is Barcelona to Venice. We have 12 nights on board the Riviera, very port intensive, with actually only 1 day at sea. We have late night departures in Monte Carlo, because of course we must see the casino, and Dubrovnik and Koper, Slovenia. And then of course we have an overnight in Venice. So you will definitely be able to take advantage of your time on shore. And then a pet peeve of mine is that. So when you get to an amazing port or city and don't have nearly enough hours to explore, not to mention the time wasted getting on and off larger ships. So here's a perfect example of how Oceania Cruises measures up to a premium cruise line when it comes to ports visited and hours spent. Here you can clearly see the 110 hours that Oceania allows you to have in port versus 88 hours. That's a huge difference in my book. Now, a lot of thought goes into this itinerary planning. Our founder and CEO, Frank Del Rio, has always taken particular interest in itinerary planning and that attention to detail. So in all of our itineraries, you'll see a balance of marquee ports like Monte Carlo, paired with more boutique and less common ports like Cinque Terre, which are 5 beautiful little villages that hug the rocky Italian coast. So, like the onboard cooking classes, we also pioneered the concept of full day calls and late night departures. We wouldn't want you to miss a night of flamenco in Seville or an evening at the Russian Ballet in St. Petersburg. So, we've developed a series of experiences throughout the world focused on creating unforgettable memories that give you a true sense of what makes that region so special. Now, notice on this itinerary, we have the overnights in Seville, Lisbon, and Bordeaux. Now, in Europe alone, we have 24 culinary discovery tours designed to immerse you into the local foodie scene. This is a culinary discovery tour in Provence. Now, it starts out with you and a small group from the ship exploring the local market stalls as the Oceania chef instructor shares their expertise of the local offerings. From there, you will meet Michelin star recipient Chef Rainey Samut at her famous farmhouse restaurant. During your visit, Chef Rainey will cook and share secrets behind her classic provincial specialties. And of course, after all of this, you will be treated to an amazing meal made by Chef herself. Now, other options are we have many other options, but some that I can think of off the top of my head is like a Bocelli wine tour in Italy, or maybe visit a Sicilian olive oil farm. These are all wonderful, amazing options. And this is an example of our newer Go Local series. Now, this is small groups off the beaten path, away from the crowds, beyond sightseeing. It allows our guests to have memorable experiences with the locals. And this is really for guests looking for something different and unique. On this example, we have hunting for truffles in Provence. So you'll enjoy a drive through the gorgeous provincial countryside en route to the village of Rognes, known for its wine and agriculture. Now, accompanied by a truffle hunter and a specially trained truffle hunting dog, you will head into the woods in search of black truffles. Once the dog sniffs out the truffle, the hunter will show you how to extract it from the soil without damage. You'll enjoy a taste of the truffles paired perfectly with local wines. Isn't that amazing? That is just, it's mind blowing to me. But our tours extend over into wellness as well. Now, a wide variety of active, off the beaten path tours are perfect for wellness aficionados and guests seeking new and unique experiences. So, relieve stress and brighten your mood with a therapeutic session of traditional dance in Sri Lanka, or how about relaxing in ancient mineral baths outside of Rome? Gosh, I can use that right about now. You can even experience Chinese medicinal practices in which ignited herbs facilitate the flow of energy in your skin. Now, this example here takes place in Malaga, Spain, and it's in the city's nearly intact medieval Moorish quarter, where you'll be taken to Hammam, Granada, to a traditional bathhouse. While there, you'll have the opportunity to soak in different pools, each with their own intended rejuvenation focus. Now, the atmosphere is truly out of this world. Soft, flickering candles, soothing traditional Arab music, and after a relaxing massage, you'll explore the quarter before taking part in a traditional Andalusian lunch. Yes, it's all about the food with us, right? And I would be remiss if I didn't share our overland pre and post excursion options. Whether it's a pre-cruise safari in South Africa, a post-cruise trip to Iguazu Falls after disembarking in Buenos Aires, or just watching the sunrise over the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, we have several options to enhance your overall vacation. Most overland packages include transfers, luxury accommodations, and air travel if required. Again, remember, your world, your way. So, as you can see, Oceania Cruises has plenty to offer, over 3,000 tour options to be exact. Now, let's not forget our more traditional shore excursions, which are also fabulous and include private coaches with a selection of tours that require minimal or vigorous activity, and even evening excursions that take advantage of our late departures. So if you're a social butterfly, you can select a larger group. But if you want a more personal experience, you can select a smaller group as well. We can even arrange for a private car and driver, so you can completely customize your very own experience. Now, please be sure to book your shore excursions as soon as possible. They are available for selection as early as 365 days prior to the cruise departure date. Now, our repeat guests, they know the drill and they take advantage of this perk, so don't be left behind. Now, small ship luxury, exquisitely crafted cuisine, curated travel experiences. These are the pillars of the Oceania Cruises experience. And when you sail with Oceania Cruises, rest assured that you will not be nickeled and dimed during your voyage. Specialty restaurants, internet, still and sparkling water, soft drinks, and specialty coffees and teas, these are all included, as well as fitness classes, the laundrette, so many different, things that will add for your sailing. Oh, the room service 24 hours a day, shuttles from port to city center. All of this will enhance your vacation. And then, of course, additionally, as part of our O-Life Choice package, you can take advantage of free round-trip air from over 20 different cities throughout US and Canada. And we also offer competitively priced premium economy air upgrades at the beginning of our 2022 sailings. We now include free airport transfers with our air-inclusive package, so definitely take advantage of that. And then, of course, with O-Life Choice, you have your choice of free shore excursions or our free beverage package or a free shipboard credit. Once again, giving you the choice to customize your cruise experience, because why? Your world, your way. Now, currently we're still running the ultimate sale, and I want to emphasize on currently, only because most of our promotions are set to increase April 1st. Now, there's a lot of pent-up demand, and as our ships continue to fill and the race for space to grow, the time to book is now. The best price is now. You still have a couple of days to book and take advantage of these reduced fares. So reach out to your Roseborough travel advisor for pricing and availability. And to add even more value, if you book until April 9th, you can receive up to $200 additional shipboard credit per stateroom if you book in a veranda or above. So let's remember why we're here: travel. Now, more than ever, we know how important it is to create those special memories, explore those places you've always dreamed about, reconnecting with the ones you love, relax, and invest time in your well-being. So many reasons why we love to travel. Today, I invite you to think about why you love to travel and daydream about your next destination. Maybe it's time to revisit your bucket list. So our new campaign is Remember the Future. And I think that sentiment is exactly what we need right now, all of us. So thank you so much for taking the time today and hearing me out. Again, please contact your Roseborough travel advisor if you have any questions, and I'm sure that they'll be able to assist you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.